mean, they look good regardless.
You know, 1 out of 10.
And is under the direction of Chief Warrant Officer Alex Reynolds. Johnny R. Manamito Sr., important part in the making of the United States Marine. Lieutenant Commander Robert J. Keener, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy will marching in today's parade are 478 of the graduating Marines from Company F. Recruit training is comprised of subjects required to produce basic Marines who function effectively in garrison, are trained in rudimentary individual field and combat skills, and practice the personal and professional traits which distinguish them as Marines. Examples of these traits are discipline, the achievement of a state of discipline which assures respect for authority, instant and willing obedience to orders, and the self-reliance to maintain or improve those traits which exemplify a Marine. Military bearing, consistently demonstrating military presence and personal awareness, as well as the proper wearing and maintenance of uniforms. Esprit de corps, acquiring the common spirit of the Marine Corps that inspires enthusiasm, devotion, pride, initiative, teamwork, aggressiveness, determination, moral courage, integrity, camaraderie, and the burning desire to work with and for others toward excellence and common goals. For 243 years, Marines have fought and won whenever and wherever the nation calls, in the harshest conditions, over the most brutal terrain, and against the most formidable enemies. Marines defend the ideals of freedom with grit and tenacity. Though battlefields change and capabilities evolve, history proved that true victory comes from the individual Marine with steel resolve, the drive to overcome any obstacle, and the warrior spirit to fight on against all odds. It takes that steadfast faithfulness, Semper Fidelis, to corps, country, and each other that abound throughout our storied legacy. Marines today remain in combat, forward deployed throughout the world, confronting every challenge with courage, loyalty, and faithfulness. They are resolved to be most ready when the nation is least ready, to defend freedom anytime and anywhere, to stand ready to aid those devastated by natural disasters, to pay tribute to those who have forged our proud legacy, and to honor the families and loved ones who faithfully stand beside us. For the Marines of Company F, today marks the end of the 12-week recruit training cycle. They have marched countless miles at Camp Pendleton and on this parade day, and have been trained, as are all Marines, as basic riflemen. In addition, due to an intensive physical training program, their strength and endurance have doubled since their arrival at the recruit depot. They are Marines, qualified to take their places in the ranks of the world's finest fighting organization. The platoons are now being aligned from left to right in order to get them into their exact positions for the parade. The next portion of the parade will be our national anthem. We welcome veterans and members of the armed forces to join.
present.
At the command, Officer Center march, all unit commanders and guidon bearers march to the front and center of the formation. Historically, it was at this point that commanding officers would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Following this, the unit leaders would face about, return to their units, and pass the information along to their Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine, we would like to recognize them. At this time, we ask that those men and women in the audience who have served as Marines please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in showing our appreciation for their dedicated service to their country.
It's my pleasure to welcome you all to sunny San Diego and the graduation ceremony of Fox Company. It is also my distinct pleasure to welcome our parade reviewing officer, Lieutenant General Shiroti, Deputy Commandant for Installations and Logistics, and whose impressive bio you hear shortly. But let me just say, General, it is a pleasure to have you with us today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like to do is spend a few moments and tell you why I'm so proud of the young men you are here to see graduate. And I'd like to start by directing your attention to the Marines standing behind me with those distinctive green campaign covers. Well, they certainly don't need my introduction, for they are the legendary and relentless Marine Corps drill instructors. And from the time a recruit arrives at the depot, there's a drill instructor with them 24 hours, 7 days a week, for they are the heart of everything it takes to transform the civilians who left home those many weeks ago into the Marines you see standing here today. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, we all meet thousands of people over a lifetime, many of whom we soon forget. But trust me, no Marine ever forgets the name, the face, or that loving voice of a drill instructor. I encourage you after today's ceremony to come down to the front of the bleachers and meet some of these exceptional Marines. Also joining us today are the families of the drill instructors and officers of Fox Company. No one knows better than they the incredible time and dedication it takes in making Marines. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You can be seated. That was motivating. Marines! Hurrah, Fox Company! Hey, listen, gents, I know it seems like a lifetime ago you were first offered the challenge of becoming a Marine. And when you put your feet on those yellow footprints, I know the last thing you were thinking about was graduation. You were probably thinking, what in the heck did I get myself into? And how did I get these guys to stop yelling at me? Well, you still had many miles to run, challenges to overcome, but you did it. You stand here today as America's newest Marines, and we're all so proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself, because few can even attempt what you've accomplished. And when you get home, people will notice the difference. And your friends, they're going to ask you how you did it, and they will. And when your friends ask you, just make sure you introduce them to your recruiter, because your drill instructors would love to meet your friends. But as you enjoy your time at home, be smart, be safe, and make good decisions. And always remember, that Eagle Globe and Anchor that was placed in your hand atop that Reaper represents 243 years of Marines who've gone before. You must always be worthy of that legacy and protect what you earn. So now on behalf of the officers, the drill instructors, and the support personnel here at MCRD San Diego, it is my distinct privilege to wish you our parting of fair winds and following seas. Semper Fidelis, Marines, congratulations and welcome to the Corps.
Thank you. Please be seated. More than 1 million Marines have been trained here in the past 98 years and have departed San Diego for combat and conflicts around the world, including places whose names are immediately associated with Marine courage and dedication. Names such as Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Busan, Incheon, Chosin Reservoir, Khe Sanh, Way City, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and our most current operations worldwide. Marine Band San Diego, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California. Ladies and gentlemen, as the national flag passes directly in front of you, please rise. Once it is passed, you may be seated. Series 2129, Series Commander, Captain Evan S. Neese. Platoon 2131, Senior Drill Instructor, Staff Sergeant Patricio S. Power. The Regimental Color Guard is led by the Regimental Color Sergeant, Drill Instructor, Sergeant Markham M. Hall. Series 2133, Series Commander, Captain Patrick N. Dela Cruz. Platoon 2133, Senior Drill Instructor, Staff Sergeant Jose E. Salcido. Platoon 2134, Senior Drill Instructor, Sergeant Omar Vega Mendoza. Platoon 2135, Senior Drill Instructor, Gunnery Sergeant Robert Corona, Jr. Also from Platoon 2135 is the most physically fit Marine, Private First Class Dylan W. Burke. The Marines hymn has a history dating back to 1859, telling of the Marine Corps' history and its esprit de corps. It is a long-standing tradition for Marines to face the direction of the music and stand at attention when it is heard. It is now directed that all Marines present and who have served honorably sing the words to the first verse, and the Marine Band San Diego performs the Marines hymn. Will the guests please rise? Thank you. Please be seated. The Marine Corps' uniqueness and strength as an elite fighting force is directly attributable to the magnificent efforts of the drill instructors and company officers who train and supervise the recruits. The distinct qualities of spirit and discipline, the heart and soul of every Marine, have been developed, nurtured, and ingrained in recruits through Pendleton, California, where they will continue to be trained to serve as an effective member of a Marine Rifle Squad. The intense initial training that every Marine undergoes is designed to instill the fundamental premise that every Marine is a rifleman.